All right, everybody, welcome back to Skyway Classics YouTube channel. We're now going for a ride in our 2009 Dodge Challenger RT Hemi. Of course, you know, this is very interesting to see a newer style Dodge Challenger on the lot, but of course, we like to keep it going, and that's one of the best things about Mopar, was the fact that they always try to keep their old school vehicles just as good as their newer ones. Going the one we have here featuring a beautiful red exterior. As you do see, it does have the appropriate style RT stripes coming from both the fenders as well as the Hemi logos that are featured on the hood. Even so, you will see that it has its chrome 5-spoke wheels to show that it is still mean as it was back in the early times. But even so, featuring 2009, really feeling like a long time ago. In fact, even so, I was just only a little kid wishing that I could drive something as nice as this. But even so, going back into it a little bit, you will see that it also has the sunroof, one of the nicest functions to have in an RT. And the best part about it is, moving on to the inside, it actually is a 6-speed manual transmission, which is also another crazy thing because I usually have an assistant helping me take these videos. But the fact that I can actually hold a phone, steer, and shift this car at the same time really shows you how much devotion I have to this car. But even so, you can see that it does have the actual Hurst 6-speed shifter, not just an aftermarket style pistol grip or some ASIC B&M shifter. But even so, looking at the seats and the interior, you'll see we have that fine black and gray two-tone combination. As you can see, the seats are in very good condition compared to a lot of the Challengers. Even so, looking around it, you will see that this car almost looks like a fishbowl, seeing that there's no tint and it is in the Florida hot heat. But even so, if you really know how to take care of your cars, they will take care of you. But even so, looking at the odometer there, you will see that we have 20,000 miles reading from the odometer. Clean dash, as you can see. Everything in the buttons, even to the radio, you can see how the quality was kept. In fact, even going to the features there, you have your stock radio with CD, you have your AC controls, seat warmers, as I like to mention right there. But even so, looking at your basic functions, you will see you have the locks, mirrors, steering, and all that fun stuff. Even the power steering and the power brakes, one of the best things that the Mopar family could have kept. But I also want to mention just the fact, like I said, going to the beginning, how simple and realistic they had kept the Challenger. A lot of times you'll notice that the Challenger and Dodge Mopar family always kept their vehicles a lot bigger than the other GM, Chevy, Ford, or any other vehicles. But of course, this is definitely the one. In fact, going underneath the hood, you will realize that this is not just a V6 Challenger, but an actual Hemi underneath the hood. Of course, as I try to get it turned around, if you'll wait a minute with me here, we can actually open it up a little bit, get you a feel of what you're really trying to get into. But of course, like I said, this is the real deal Challenger. And of course, Skyway Classics like to show you all the good cars, which if you check our website, skywayclassics.com, you will see all that fine information. But as for now, let's open up just a little bit for you. And as you can hear right there, that was just in second going into third gear. It really screams. It really grabs the attention of all the people around you. Even at shows, people will say, wow, that's a 2009. But even so, it will blend into today's vehicles. In fact, I honestly think this thing will beat any kind of newer style vehicle. In fact, even with style, looks, or speed, it doesn't really matter because you're pretty much getting a good car. But as for now, though, we are just going to get it turned around up on the lift. So if you have a moment, folks, please stay tuned with us to see the underneath.